What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna try something. I don't necessarily get into like the technical specifications of anything really in particular. My whole thing is just my experience, my opinion. You know, when it comes down to like the technical facts of anything, I try to rely on people that know what the hell they're talking about a lot more than I do, and I don't really know what the hell I'm talking about most of the time. All I know is how a specific thing affects me, makes me feel, puts me in a certain vibe. That's what I report back on, you know what I'm saying? So all I can tell you right now is for the last, I don't know how long, I've had these two microphone systems, okay? I've had the DJI Mic, I guess DJI Mic, whatever, regular, and then the Rode Wireless Go 2. I had the Rode Wireless Go, upgraded to the Wireless 2. This was my first experience with DJI mics, and they've been pretty damn amazing. Then I found out they came out with new mics. I don't know, I've been living under a rock. It is what it is. So what I've been doing is trying to figure out when I can get a hold of these. This finally got announced that it was available, so I ordered this immediately. And then when this came out, I saw on the site that they had a white version. What I like about that is, depending on the shirt, not that it matters, I don't do interviews, I don't do anything crazy, I'm not some big stylish guy, but I just have FOMO. So for me, it's like, okay, if I don't have all of the options, or at least feel like I could try all of it, then I never know what I'm talking about completely at all. So I ended up picking up the setup here, the DJI Mic 2 and DJI Mic 2 transmitter, the white one. So the plan is I'm going to keep one of these two as a spare, save it, and I'm going to have a white one and a, I guess you would call it shadow, gray, see-through, whatever. I'm going to have that, hopefully. And then I'm going to show you, hopefully, the comparison between this, because this is the mic setup I had before. I've had no issues with this. I've loved every second of it. But the reason I even wanted to get a hold of this is because I have a lot of tech, by the way. Do I know much about it? No. I'm on the Action 4, and there's no mic on it. Imagine that. So when I bought the Pocket 3, and I absolutely love this camera, I can't say enough good things about it. It came with one of the DJI, is this light on? No. Yoink. Not that that's going to make a huge difference, but it came with one of these new mics already, and I want to just show you some of the differences and whatnot. But I really like this one because it paired pretty much immediately to this, and I just, like I said, I can't say enough good things about this camera. So I pre-ordered this, and I'll go over real quick the differences between these two. I say real quick, buckle down, probably going to be a long ass video. All my videos are, and I don't care. As I'm watching this, I had just ordered this. Within like 2 days passes, right? I start actually looking up YouTube videos from people that know what's going on, and I start listening to sound clips, and lo and behold, maybe it's my ears, I don't know, I'm going to find out here. This ended up, for some reason, audio-wise, sounding really good. Almost better, I don't know. I don't want to walk into this with some kind of predetermined judgment, but we're gonna see. I really liked how these were sounding, and I never had an issue with the Rode mics. I really liked them, other than the fact that this case was just amazing, and that was one of the things this was lacking in. But as you're gonna see with this, they solved that. Now the Rode has a very similar setup, right? They call this the Pro. There's a couple things on here. Like, again, I'm not going to talk about specifications. Do I know what the hell 32-bit float recording is? Absolutely not. I have no idea. I follow a couple people that know what's going on, and I listen to them, and apparently that's a big deal. Timecode sync, no idea. I don't use half of this stuff, you know, but if I ever want to down the line, I hope to down the line have the ability to do whatever it is. I'm going to compare this and this. Whoa. I'm going to compare this and this. But anyway, let's jump into it, because everybody always says I ramble too much, and I do, and I don't care. So I'm going to show you these opened up and let you see what the new ones look like next to the old ones and blah blah blah. And then I'm gonna hook up each one of these and let you hear and see if there's some kind of difference. I'm gonna just try to have some sort of setting where I guess I'm just gonna leave this middle of the way here. I'm gonna try to keep it where I don't mess with any gain or anything. These are gonna be just recordings right out of the box, how it sounds, and we'll see what it sounds like. So this is what everything looks like opened. This is the DJI Mic 2 case. This is the actual secondary transmitter, the white one. Again, it's the original DJI Mic. This is the new cases. I guess this is like an accessory case, but this is the actual case. Like I said, now they never had a case. This always had something like this, which was still like way more sleek. This is not as sleek, but it's a chargeable case that charges the actual mics. Put this down. All right, let's go and open this one up just because it's to my right. This is what it looks like. It's actually a really, really nice case. I like it. Again, this sleek wise is really cool. Definitely digging how that looks and feels, but I can see how this could just be very appealing to someone. It's actually really cool. Hard shell case with soft interior, and again, it charges itself inside, so it comes out and you can see it's got USB-C charging ports that it just plugs into, and each one just goes right in, and it'll let you know that it's actually charging in the case. Oh wow, and you pull it out, it immediately wants to try to like connect. This is always satisfying. Yoink. It looks pretty dang cool. One of the complaints I've been seeing is a lot of people are saying that the new mics, they don't like how gaudy or how crazy obvious that DJI made logos. Again, I can see maybe if you're doing, you know, interviews and stuff, that could get annoying on here as well. The magnet, very powerful. I liked that they did two sides, I guess to let you know mic 1 or mic 2, but people were like, you know, why couldn't you leave one side blank and one side with a logo? That would have been a good way. This way, if you're not using two people, you could have had, you know, one side a little bit more discreet. I get these arguments. I feel like at that point you're nitpicking. On a professional level, then yes, then nitpick away. But, you know, on a professional level, I don't know, are you really buying these, or are you going like Sennheiser or one of those, like, you know, again, excuse the ignorance when it comes to these brands, as if I know what the hell I'm talking about. These just look so sleek. They feel good. Again, compared to what I've had, you know, it's obviously, I'm very curious if, no, it's not gonna, I had bought these like rubber cover things. I don't think they're gonna work, which is a little sad. Well, they might work actually. Huh. Maybe they will. So that would be kind of cool. And actually, no, it's probably going to be completely pointless. I mean, I guess you could get it to work, these little things, if I wanted to. The only thing I didn't like about that look, the lint, bro, and the hairs, fuzz. So you can get it to work, but then I don't think it'll go, no. So it makes sense to have that. Maybe if you're using it, you want to have it on there. Like, I mean, I'll save it obviously. So one of the things that is a little annoying, I think you might have it in here. This is the second thing that it comes with. Yeah, okay, so that works out. I had to, one of the things with these mics here, where am I losing my mind? These mics here, they come with a magnetic backing. Now if you look too, this is another thing, I'm going to be all over the place. Look at the size of the magnets. It's much thicker on the DJI Mic 2. On the DJI Mic 1, it's a little thin thing, but it came with the ability to have a magnet, right? And, you know, it was whatever. These never had that. So for me to have that, I had to buy this thing. Here. It clipped on like this. So it goes on here, and then it comes with a stronger, much bigger magnet than even the one that was on the DJI. And that's how I was able to use that, because I like magnetic attachments to my clothes. So the new ones actually come with the magnets already, the Pro, and the magnets feel awesome, like soft. It's got a strong connection. This is awesome, and you should be able to probably have it with the magnet in there. Not that I would probably only have one with a magnet and the other one without, but this little accessory bag is already starting out pretty cool. What else is in here? Little case. So one of the other things that makes these a Pro is the screw on lav mic. I guess, does it go that way? Yeah, like that. And then if you ever, you know, doing anything, instead of it pulling right out of the 3.5, it won't, which is cool. You know, most of these record internally and to the camera at the same time. So is that a game changer? I don't know. We got lav mic covers and clips, color coordinated. I guess so you can know whose lav mic is what. And you got a bunch of wind muffs, which attach how they attach. Again, I'm just worried about showing you what it comes with and the sound. So we're gonna mess around with the sound in a second. Now here, DJI Mic 2. This is the case now. It's bigger. You know what's funny? All the DJI stuff I've ever bought, it all comes with the same, like, new plasticky smell. Probably something with this adhesive in here. Press to unlock. Get out of here. This is a cool thing here. Look at this. This one you could just pop open. Magnet. And this one won't do that. You have to push and lift. Look at all that. Look at all that loving. Pretty hefty difference size-wise. These are the receivers. Again, hefty difference. Turn dial knobs. Again, I'm not going over specifications and stuff. One of the other things that I loved, and I really loved, is this came with the shoe adapter already hooked up to it. And that's awesome, because I had one hell of a time with the adapter that this came with, and I didn't like it. I actually had to buy 3D printed things because I didn't like the one that this came with. I actually don't even know where it is, but I ended up buying this one, which did whatever it did. It was fine. And then I got sick of that one and ended up buying this one. And I actually did a video on that on one of my other pages, which I turned out knob. And this thing has been awesome. I've had no issues with it, and this was one of the biggest saving graces for this whole system, because I just couldn't stand. I couldn't stand that. Couldn't stand it. Now, with this, I don't have to worry about that. It just mounts. These are the differences. This, you know, I know it's like less subtle. It's a bigger logo. It's white, but look at how cool that damn thing looks. It just looks cool. Definitely a little heavier. Feels stout. The magnet, again, remember I said this magnet was much bigger. It's very apparent. And again, the other thing, the wind muff. I love how this wind muff attaches. He's got a little hole here. It just goes in, push down, and it's on. And it stays on pretty good until you want to pull it off. Just all good things. All good things. The case feels good. Everything feels pretty good. Let's see what this bad boy looks like. I'm excited. Oh, more. Very cool case, because I'm going to want to use that. Let's see. Not the transparent look, but still awesome. I wonder, oh, it's got its own magnet. Jesus, that's a big ass magnet. Pretty cool. Looks nice. I wonder if I could put it in here if it charges right away, or it starts to. I think I gotta like pair this to it or something, but that's what I'm envisioning that I'll have, that ability. Will it work out? I have no idea, but obviously when I put this in here, it's showing this on here. I don't know. Will this work out? Again, I have no idea. I don't know. I have no idea. But I really like this case, and that's the point. I like the color and I like the case. So this is what we got. This thing is awesome. We've got these two bad boys here, and we got these two bad boys here. So I'm gonna hook these all up to my A7 IV, and we're gonna get some audio right. Okay, so for this first audio clip, and again, you're not gonna be looking at much, I'm just pointing this is just for audio. For the first audio clip, this is the Rode Wireless Go 2. It's hooked up to my shirt on my string. And right now, this is a setting that I probably wouldn't necessarily use. Again, for this, we're keeping all of the audio levels internal on my camera at level 16, which is like dead in the middle. And for this right now, it's at 0 dB. I would never use this. I think I had this at -12. So this is what it sounds like just right out the box. And I'm gonna go down to, I'll let you hear the difference. This is a -15 decibel range. I don't know if you're going to hear the difference on it, but that's close to what I would normally be on. This is a -12 dB. I believe this is where I've settled on, and anytime I've used this mic, that's what I've had. What is this? A bug? What the hell kind of bug is that? So again, this is a -12. Just for shits and giggles, this is a -9, and obviously as we go differently, it goes higher. -6 decibel, -3, and then we can go right back to 0 decibels. So let me know what you think about this. Let me hook up the new Rode Wireless Pro, and we'll hear what that sounds like going through the settings. Okay, so this is the new Wireless Pro mic. Easy setup, like all of the Rode mics, like pretty much both of these mics, to be honest with you. You know, you hook it right up, and as soon as I pull out the mic from the case and it discharges from the USB-C, it automatically connects to the receiver. It really couldn't be any easier. As I noticed real quick when I turned it on, it was at a default -12. So maybe that's where I got that number from, I'm not sure. But I just brought this down to a 0 decibel just so I could start this out at the same place that I started the other one at. So what I'm going to start doing is working my way down. We're going to go to -15 and then work our way back just like we did with the other one. So right now we are at a -15 decibel. Again, just like I did with the last Rode mic, I'm going to try to keep the settings and test very similar, just the same way that we did it. So we're at -15. Now it's at -12 decibel. And again, this is where it started at. So I'm assuming that this is where they kind of sort of want it to be at. This is where I had mine at. So let's keep going down. This is a -9 dB. Right here, this is what that sounds like. This right here is a -6 decibel setting. And then this is a -3. So obviously from here we go back to 0. And this is a 0 decibel. I probably will keep this for future video testing and try things out with the -12. I feel like maybe with the -12, they know better than I do. That just might be the sweet spot that they have it in. You know, obviously there's going to be a lot of things to tweak and mess with. I pushed the right button over here and it popped up as auto. This says auto. but if I push this and now it says dynamic. I just changed it to dynamic. I don't know what that's going to sound like. This is still at that -12. And then now this is back to auto. So I don't know what that setting is. Again, specifications wise, I don't know, but I'm just giving you, you know, the moron out of the box setup for someone like me, my level of user, which is a very low level of user. And again, this is the Wireless Pro by Rode. We're going to go to the DJI now. Okay, we are now recording with the OG DJI mic. I did have this setting changed when I first turned this on. Out the gate, I believe I had this at a +3. I had this at receiver gain +3. So what I did was I dropped this down to 0. So this is at a receiver gain of 0. This way, like I said, with all these tests right here, I just wanted to have it just recording whatever it was. So I'm going to jump this back up to where I had it, to +3. So this is what I had it on. And again, I haven't really done too much testing. So this is the +3 on the receiver gain. And the transmitter I never messed with. So that's always been the same. And this is the DJI, the OG DJI mic. I'm not going to be running through too many settings. Again, this is kind of just to show you what setting I was using and what the settings are out the box. Kind of like a 0, 0, 0, 0, zeroed out, 0, everything. And let's go to the new DJI Mic 2 and see what those sound like. Okay, so right out the gate, what I can tell you is a little bit different. The receiver is a lot wider on the DJI Mic 2, so I couldn't put it on the same cold shoe adapter that I had on my cage for the A7 IV. That was a little strange, and I couldn't even put it on the right side version. I mean, these are things that I can change. I have the ability to add cold shoe adapters to this cage anywhere, so, but I have to put it to the other side. So instead of it being on this side, it's on this side. And the actual transmitter and the actual receiver is facing away from me. Now it's the camera, it's facing this way instead of facing toward me. Not big issues, it's whatever. As long as it's hooked up and it's recording, it's not going to be an issue for me, because once you dial in the settings and you kind of figure out what settings work, and again, I didn't mention this, all of these are without wind muffs or any of that kind of stuff. And any additional settings, I think some of them have like noise canceling or something. I didn't, again, listen, stop looking for specifics with this. This is just to hear the sound coming out. So this is at the right out the box setting. And I didn't mess with the receiver settings, like the receiver gain. So I did have, remember, +3. So this is at 0. I'm going to go to +3 on this. So this is a +3 receiver gain. And this was the only other setting I had messed with regards to the other mic. So this is the DJI Mic 2. This is a +3. The one you just heard before this was zeroed out, straight across the board, right out the box. All of these mics, all 4, it literally is effortless. It took 2 seconds to set this all up. So you'll be able to just hear this. Is this video going to be completely boring? It's absolutely going to be completely boring. Could I have faced the camera on me? No, actually, because I just got over feeling sick as hell and I look like a hot ass mess. Sorry. I can let you see this sticker though that my daughter left in here. It's a sticker of a video game controller on a sticker of an LOL doll. So at least you would have seen something. Otherwise, you get to see some of my products. But yeah, that's it. Let me go back to the other receiver setting. I love the screen on the DJI. It's just awesome. I like having the ability to touch the screen, and but again, the receiver on the DJI is wider, so it's a little bit of a pain in the ass, but that's it. Those are the audio samples, and do with that as you wish. So I just recorded all 4 audio samples, and since you just heard the DJI Mic 2 part last, I'm going to show you what I meant by the transmitter. If you look at the other ones, right, the other transmitters, you know, that one could work right there. And all of the Rode ones are the same. They're all the same as far as it just clips on, and they all fit just like that. So all of the other mics, all three of the other mics worked on this one. The fourth one was a little bit of a different story. It didn't, I couldn't, with the way it was plugged in, you can't get it in. I mean, I guess if you want to, it'll just fit this way. It'll just fit. Like, you're talking crazy. I think they make things to increase the height of that. Look, this thing's still recording me. Once it pulls out, it just automatically connects. Literally like seamless operation. It's just crazy. And then look, you plug it back in and it's done. So this doesn't work on this side at all. Again, it's just my cage. There's no way to get it in there. Doesn't matter which side. Oh, thank God that was hooked up. But yeah, it transmitter wise, this thing is a little bit bigger, but it's awesome. Everything connects flawlessly, and for all of these tests I used the same cable just in case. I know some of them, like I think this one was the original Rode one that came with that one, so I used the same cable so that the audio didn't have any variables with that. Is it the right cable? I don't know. It's what came with, I believe, the DJI, and it's just the one I used. So this way there's just some sort of I don't know what the hell I'm even talking about. I'm just looking to show you guys what I got and show you guys that I'm a little excited about it. And do I know much about much? No. I'm gonna be selling my DJI Mic 1. Obviously, if I have the new version, there's no point in keeping both. Do I have any issues with this? Absolutely not. This was such an incredibly good mic system, but it's just one of those things. New tech comes out, everybody freaks out, everybody bugs out, and you got to go buy it. Whatever, it is what it is. But anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you are an OCD OG, I truly appreciate you. Let me know down below which one you think sounds better. I will tell you, because I'm very honest and transparent, from the videos I saw and the audio I heard, the reason I was willing to drop another $400 on top of the $470 that I spent to get the DJI mic and the extra mic, which I didn't test that yet, and I'll do that in another video. I'll connect it and whatever. The reason I was able to convince myself to do that is because the audio that I did hear, thank God that this didn't kick on until just now, because that's annoying. That is annoying. So the reason I wanted to get that is just because the few videos I heard, I don't know why, but for some reason, to me, the audio was really appealing just right out of the camera without any editing. When the people did videos and they did show they were tweaking the audio on the DJI, it sounded just fine, and I never had an issue with the DJI audio. So got both, and I'll sell the originals of the other two. The Wireless Go are going to get sold. I don't have a buyer for those yet, so if you're interested in for the DJI Wireless Go 2s, let me know. I'm going to sell those. I'm going to keep the Wireless Pro, and I'm going to keep the DJI Mic 2. That's the end of the video. I hope everybody's staying happy, healthy, and humble. And if you like this kind of video, let me know. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about technically. I don't know what I'm talking about spec-wise, but I'll give you my honest opinion, and I'll do whatever. You know, except for a backflip. I don't know how to do one of those. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.